Hey, ladies, how did you have a good week? I hope everyone had a good week.
Good week,
Hi.
yes.
Yes, absolutely. Hope you had a good one.
I did. I said last week when I was looking at myself, I know this is probably TMI, but I'm gonna say it anyway. I had a doggone mustache. I had a mustache. So I had to get rid of that bad boy this week. I was
Oh
like,
God.
oh my God, I got it. My lip is dark. And I kept looking. I said, why do my lip dark? And then I looked in the mirror when we finished. I was like, oh, it's because I got a mustache. Hey guys, I do take care of my mustache. I just need to be taken care of now.
Hey, I don't know. I think some guys like that little stash.
Well, you know what, Wendy, they do because think of, but some men like hairy women. Me and Bonnie were just talking about hairy women. Some men like women with a lot of hair on their body.
Yep.
Maybe
Mhm.
ethnic.
What you say? When
I think maybe ethnic.
ethnic what?
Just it's something that has to do with ethnicity.
Oh, okay, okay. I mean, I don't know. I just because we were saying how we don't have a hairy body. I have no hair on my legs, and I was telling her, okay, guys out there, this might be too much, but we just have a girl talk here. If I have five strands of piece under my arms, that's a lot. I am not a hairy person at all.
That's good. That's good because sometimes that becomes a whole job.
I know that some people it does. Hey, ladies, you know what? Everybody out there, we gonna keep on asking you to subscribe. What else, ladies? You gotta do it for us.
Okay,
Share.
you got to comment. You got to ring the bell. You got to submit something.
Do something right.
Right, do something. Stop just watching. Participate.
Yeah.
So,
Tell
so
a friend. Tell a friend about us.
there you go, Wendy. Tell a friend. Tell
Yeah.
a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend.
There you go. There you go. We're trying to grow.
Why don't you have a girls' night where all the girls are having cocktails and watching us?
Oh, binge watching us.
Do.
Binge watching us.
Binge watch.
Episodes
Yes.
out there. You can binge watch us. The way we binge watch. What's that show, guys, that we all binge watch? The Queen. What is that? I can't think of it.
All the Queen's Men.
No, the other one with the black queen in England, the Queen of England.
Oh,
Bridgerton.
Bridgerton.
Bridgerton,
Uh-huh.
yes. You can binge
Yes.
watch us like you binge. We know you're binge watching Bridgerton, so you might as well binge watch us as well.
Right.
Hey, ladies, do you believe men's cute expires? That's the conversation that's out there now. That your cute has expired. Like you can't get the same kind of woman that you got when you were 18. You trying to pull the same kind of woman now, and you can't even when you were 18 and you were trying to pull that woman. All you had to do was be a jock. Be athletic. Even the cute nerds could pull some girls now. The cute nerds could.
Right.
But
Mhm.
so, ladies, what do you think when they get older? What are they trying to do?
They trying to pull you with a limp.
Wait, they trying to pull the same at an older age. They're trying to pull the same type of woman with a
Yes.
limp.
Yes, with a limp. Okay. Sometimes a limp and a cane.
And
Sometimes that can look good, no lie, depending on how bad that limp is. But you're really not going to pull that same type of girl that you did when you was a young tenderoni.
no,
I think a lot of people get stuck in their heyday. They're putting pictures online on their online profile when they were, playing college football or high school football or something. You know what I mean? That
Yes.
was the heyday. And why are you showing us this picture? I don't
Because
know.
now you're bald with a stomach.
Well, you know what? The woman who we were listening to her, she was real animated about it. She said, when you were 18, you were pulling, you had your cute going on. Now you're 50, 60, and you're still trying to do the same thing that you were trying to do when you were 18. It's not going to work. You need a new plan. Cute has expired. Your cute has expired. So ladies, let's just talk about a little bit about some of the guys because we all do online dating. So let's talk about some of the guys online. I know you've seen some guys whose cute has expired, but for some reason they still got the throwback jersey on and
The hat backwards, they giving it to you all kinds of ways. Or you get the men that wear hats in all their pictures because they're bald. You
and
know,
ball is in though. Ball
and
and
yeah, so show your bald,
you
be
know.
proud of it, you know.
So Wendy, I know you ran into some of those men who you could tell they had it going on back in the day, but their cute has expired, but they're still trying to do the same exact. And you can tell basically from their pictures.
Yeah, I guess from the pictures, I'm looking at the past, what they look like back in the day, because they're showing it to us on their picture profiles. I'm just like, whoa, what is that about? I mean, some of them even have baby pictures. I just don't understand. I really don't. And I'm sure, just to, as a disclaimer, there's some women, female profiles out there
Yes.
who have baby pictures, maybe. I don't know.
Well, maybe they wanted to show you how cute they were when they were a baby.
But obviously, I think a lot of men get certain types of pictures because I know I've been asked, do you have a full length picture?
Yes, yes.
Body shot, Bonnie.
About
I have a poem about that. I have to read it to you one day. Body shot.
But ladies, so tell me, we're getting off off the subject a little bit here. But tell me, when men ask you for addition, like, okay, I think for all of us, all of our pictures that are online, if you're doing online dating or if you've done online dating, you put current pictures out there. So and you put current pictures out there. So why do they want more pictures? Do they think it's because those pictures aren't actually pictures of today? Is that the real main reason?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. They want like today. Let me see you today.
Take one right now.
Look, take it with the watch or something. Show the time and the date.
Honey, with the newspaper.
Yes. This is now.
But you know what? But I wondered, have you ever asked a guy to send you pictures? I haven't. I've never done that.
Well, first of all, I don't deal with anybody whose profile I can't see. So usually I'm only dealing with someone I can see. If it's one picture, okay. If it looks today-ish, I'll go for it. If it looks yesteryear, I'm not. But I've usually gotten more than one picture. I can't remember when one person sent one picture.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So now I have not asked for the picture, but all of the pictures that were on this guy's profile that I was chatting with, he was not smiling. Okay. So he sent me a picture just of him chilling while we were talking. And I said, do you ever smile on your picture? He said, sometimes.
I'll just mouth right back up.
You'd be surprised. I'm sorry. I have to take pictures of people every single day. And you would be surprised how people react, act, or don't. Okay. Some is an argument, some is a cheese, some is a profile. I mean, it's all kind. The women are always, wait a minute, let me get my hair done.
Right.
But the men are like, I don't like pictures. And I catch them when they smile. And I said, you can smile. I see that. I make a joke out of it every day. Oh, you've made my day. Thank you. Something like that.
Right. You make them feel good, Bonnie. That's good. You make them feel good. So, ladies, so getting back to these men who have lost their cute.
Yes.
The conversation was that they need to do something different, that they're trying to attract women who have their own homes, who have their own cars, that are paid for, they got a 401k, they might even have a pension, and they might be retired or they might not be retired. But you've got these guys who had it going on when they were younger, and they've not done anything with their life. They kept that whole lifestyle going on through their late teens and their 20s and 30s and 40s, and now they're in their 50s and 60s, and they're like, wow, I can't do that anymore. And all they've ever done is be and this is not knocking anybody that's a bouncer or a security guard, but you know what? That's what you end up doing because you spent your life trying to be that person throughout your entire life. And now your cute has expired and you still try to get that same kind of woman. Well, let me just tell you, the conversation that was being had and the lady that was having it, she basically said, if you're still trying to chase that kind of woman, you better be bringing something substantial to the table. So ladies, what do you think? What's substantial? If it say for instance, not us, but you've got this guy who did nothing with his life, just hung out and, dated the girls. And now he's in his 50s and 60s. And all he's ever done is he's been a bouncer, he's been a security guard. And, now he wants to really settle down with somebody. So now he's looking at the kind of women that he looked at when he was younger. And, these are professional women that that's kind of going on. In order for him to have a chance, have an opportunity, what does he have to bring to the table for this woman? Tell me, what do you think?
A tool belt.
A tool belt with what in it, Monty?
A tool belt, baby. Come in here telling me you can fix this and fix it, and do something to that, and do something to that. I'll be like, well, maybe,
So you'd be okay. You'd be okay with a Mr. Fix It, if you were.
I mean, he needs to have more qualities, but I mean that would perk my interest. Okay. Somebody, if you come in my house and you say, you know what, I could fix that, and you go out to your car and get something and actually fix it or fix it the next time, I'd like that.
So, but let me ask you this before you respond, Wendy. Let me ask you this, Bonnie. So you said you would like that. Do you think that this relationship would turn into the kind of relationship where you felt like you had to be the leader because you're the smart one, you're the educated one, you're the this, you got that, and he just a Joe Blow with a tool belt?
No, because first of all, I'm not just going to talk to a Joe Blow. So the conversation has to be something, that sparks me.
Well, I didn't mean, like Joe Blow, like the,
but in realistic times, okay, I have lived with somebody that fooled me in that respect, okay, for a long time, and it was really like living with somebody else when you got down to it, and when you thought about it after.
God, that's scary, Bonnie.
Yeah, but it can happen. We had those, we talked about men, and we had titles for them. I forgot. The man that comes who's real and blah blah blah, and then the man that's like not the real man. I forgot the titles that we had, but anyway.
Not the imposter, but the what's that word that they use?
Not a perpetrator.
No. When you meet you meet the imposter, then you meet the real person. So
right. So anyway, the
representative.
Right,
You meet the representative first.
Right. And then they had another name for the type of person that I have for so long. Unfortunately, I wasted a lot of time, and when I think about it. So one of the things I will say is doing this is I'm being educated on how to redate or how to repick a man. Try to pick up some of the flaws and whatnot. Get those red flags.
So you don't have the same pitfalls.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, Wendy, what about you?
Okay.
What does he got to bring? If you got all this going on,
I don't. What does he have to bring? I mean, we done already set him up to be a little bit of a loser.
A loser.
I mean, a little bit, just a little bit. So what does he have to bring? I mean, I want him to be somebody who interests me. I mean, maybe he's, read some books or he enjoys reading and we could talk about that. I don't know. He has to have something in his personality, in his
He
some
still
kind of
thinks, he still thinks he looks good like he did back when he was 18. That's what he's bringing you.
no, that's back when you were 18. That worked then. That doesn't work now. So it's no longer the game.
His cute has expired.
Yes, it's expired. So I don't know. I like what Bonnie said. I like a handyman. That is kind of funny. I do like a handyman, but he is gonna have to have some degree of sophistication as well. So
And
I don't know.
So just to give you an example, and what did she say? Joyce Myers. I don't know if you guys are the woman that was talking about this. She said Joyce Myers was getting ready to go on stage. Well, first she said, well, her husband, he knows, and I don't want to say knows his place, but he knows who he is and who she is. She is the breadwinner. She is the one that is taking care of the family. Her paycheck takes care of everything, and he apparently isn't intimidated by that. So he knows, for lack of a better term, he knows who he is and where he needs to be in her life. So she was getting ready to go on stage. And he said, wait a minute, you can't go on yet. And she's like, why? He said, your shoes don't match. So he knows who he is. He's that person that's looking out for her probably her every need when she's on the road, making sure she looks good, making sure everything is intact for her. That when we see her come on that stage, I don't watch her, but whoever sees her come on that stage, she is looking the part of what she's trying to portray. And that's also because he's looking out for her. So, for lack of a better word, he knows what he needs to do in her life. So, and she's satisfied with that because now all of those minuscule things she doesn't have to think about. That's how I see it. She knows that he's got a cover for that.
I think she said something like, he may not be her manager, but he, handles like a lot of managerial.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. He looks out for her. So I agree with both of what you said. I would love a handyman because that saves you some money. So I could start thinking about that. But also just a man like Joyce Myers' husband, somebody that's attentive like that where they don't, they're not involved in a lot of things, but they want to be with you. They want to be involved in some of the things that you're involved in. You know what? They just got to pick up some of the basic slack, where they're going to pick up some of the financial slack. We're not even going to talk about that, but just some of the basic slack. Hey, baby, you know what? It's cold outside. I'm going to grab a coat for you. You're just simple. When they start doing like little.
Like you had a hard day today. Let me draw you a bath.
There you go. Exactly. So when you start seeing that person, his cute might expire, but he's still got a good heart and he shows you that he has a good heart, that can make a difference. So I agree with what both of you said. So your cute can be expired, guys, but if you got something else, like Bonnie said, in your tool belt, you might have a chance with that woman that's an executive that drives a top line Benz that makes more than 6 figures. And you know what? Don't think that she's going to treat you like you are the handyman, because she might not, especially if you come with a lot of other things. Right, ladies?
Yes, totally agree.
So
totally agree.
So all you men whose cute has expired, y'all need to start thinking about that. All the ones that are on all these dating sites that we see all the time, like Wendy said, you got baby pictures out there. Let's see who you are today. Like,
be a real man. Be a real man. Show that you're confident in your bald head. Show that you're confident in your belly.
Your big
I mean, let's put it like this. We are women too. As you age, things change on your body, whether you try not to or eat differently, work out, things change.
Yeah,
your body changes. So we're not that cute also. So although I think women try harder than men, basically maybe we're saying to that man, try harder, be proud of, who you were and who you become, get into it. So you know, you're not showing
Maybe,
baby pictures.
maybe you don't rely so much on the cuteness. You rely,
Right.
you start to kind of read and educate yourself and, be able to carry on a conversation in different company and,
And
should
you
be
know
able to
what,
take you anywhere.
Wendy, that's awesome. And you know what? It doesn't take long to do that either. You can start doing something like that, and in 2 months you've become a worldly individual. And you know what? You don't really have to even be a worldly individual, but if you're smart enough to pick up on the right buzzwords, you can make it. You can work it. And so you know what, guys, I guess it all comes down to that. And the woman that was having this conversation, she never said anything like this, but you know what, everybody has something that they can offer, even if their cute has expired. Because you like you said, women, we are the same thing, but ladies, our cute hasn't expired, so we don't have that to worry about yet.
I was surprised Bonnie said that. I was like, what? Cute is not expired, girl.
No, I didn't say we expired. I didn't say our cute expired. I said we all look a little different.
Right,
okay?
right.
That's not expired. Because we work on being happy, being fulfilled within ourselves. We're sure we're confident women, and some of these men are not. I don't want to build up.
They get intimidated, but that's your own fault because they didn't do anything with their life. What that's not your fault.
And I don't want to build up a man. I don't want to raise a
girl, Bonnie, you said the word. That those days of, and you know me, I'm always saying, why can't men support us and build up? Why is it always that the women's got to build up the man? I'm all about you trying to build and lift me up. I'm like this: whoever is the go-getter, that's the person that needs to be supported. Because both people may not be and all men aren't necessarily go-getters. If you have a woman that's the go-getter, then you need to support her, right?
Yeah.
And you build it together. But if she's the one that's got the knowledge and the know-how, and you don't have it, but you can do other things and support her, then you know what? Don't be that man.
That's your Joyce Myers. That's your Joyce Myers right there on
exactly.
that.
Yeah. Exactly. That's so true. That's so true. But unfortunately, a lot of men don't think like that. But hey, that's their problem, not ours.
Well, this is just words of advice for any of you brothers that are, still really, I don't know,
relying on your cute.
Relying on their cute.
Relying on that cute from the 80s and 90s, that you were the it guy back then, but now, you don't get so much attention. So now you got to bring something else to the table. Yes.
And bring it hard.
Right.
Oh, Bonnie, that might, ooh. You think that was a pun? You said what you said. Bonnie, as soon as you said that, you froze. All right, guys, I guess I'm frozen.
Okay.
I hear you. Yeah.
Oh, all right, ladies. Well, this was fun. So, if there's anyone out there and you're online and you're dating, just remember the cute does expire. So make sure they're bringing something worthwhile to the table, because those looks like Wendy said, the 80s and 90s gone by the wayside. You need to be coming with a whole lot of other things in that tool belt. Just like Bonnie said, bring the tool belt full of stuff.
Right.
Any parting words, ladies, from you all?
Oh, have a wonderful week.
Yes, I hope everybody has a lovely week, and have a productive week, and be blessed.
Yes, everybody stay cool, because it is hot all over this country. So stay cool, stay hydrated, and be safe. And don't forget, we need you to like, share, subscribe. We definitely want you to subscribe and leave us some comments. And like Wendy said earlier last week, come on, give us some ideas. We definitely want to, talk about some of the things that you want to talk about, because we want you to keep coming back. So
give us some juicy topics. What you consider juicy?
Okay, I like that juicy topic, because we can turn a juicy topic into something else. As you heard when Bonnie said, make sure, I'm not going to repeat that, but anyway. All right, ladies, listen, have a great week and have fun, stay safe, and we will see everybody next week.